Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, episode 16, Map Sets to Minmus. This is exactly where we left off last episode, within the frame really. We have deployed our cargo, we've made our node, and now we're just going to time warp to it. Slowly but surely, we're going to get there. Alright, let's group those into a stage with each other so that when we separate our pair of satellites here, they can, the other engine will be activated at the same time and relieves me from having to do so. Okay, and we've fallen way off our node. Whoa, buddy. Alright, yeah, it seems that I am being plagued by the same problem I have with all of my satellites. Maybe if we spin it real fast? That would make corrections terrible, because I never know which way I have to hit the key. Okay. Slowly but surely, right? Okay, let's try this again. Alright, so my center of mast is offset from my center of thrust yet again. Thanks to all the scientific instruments I put on here in non-symmetry, because I only needed one and I wanted to save mass and weight. I now have a satellite that is ridiculously off balance and wants to pull to one side under thrust. Because I'm awesome. This does take quite a bit of skill to pilot, if I do say so myself. But it's slow going, so our node is probably going to be way the hell off. I just don't even want to go look at it, to be honest with you. It's just going to be terrible. So we're going to have to make a correction burn, which sucks, because, well, we have more than enough delta V to get to where we're going and make all our corrections, and we'll probably have enough left over to even land if we wanted to, but it's still an inconvenient truth that's going to take more time than I was hoping it would. And saw the bear way off there in the distance. I guess it's time to start naming these aircraft something different, right? Maybe I should just, sorry, I'm dropping things. I don't know. I've thought about building another SSTO from scratch, but really after these are deployed, there's not a whole lot of use for them. I don't have a station in orbit or anything up there that needs refueling. Oh man, look at how ridiculously off course we are. Alright, we're gonna have to make some corrections. Oh, that's no. Although, hey, we can gravity shoot off the moon, maybe? Oh god, that puts us interplanetary, which is cool, but not really what we're looking for here. Alright, well, maybe we'll have better luck if we line up our planes, right? Alright. So now we don't have to be quite so precise in that we have more than just our ascending or descending node to hit the rendezvous on. So yeah, after just a little correction here, there's our rendezvous. Awesome. And not a whole lot of fuel left in this little guy. We'll probably have to pump some from the top tank, but again, not a huge problem. And a little time warpy, a little trigger happy, sorry. Trying very hard not to miss the node, and forgetting in fact that I have two things on here that would help me hit this node. MechJeb's Warp Helper. Oh no, I don't have MechJeb on these satellites. I do, however, have Kerbal Alarm Clock. Finally, my first time ever using Kerbal Alarm Clock. And I have yet to discover if I really enjoy it, but it's so non-intrusive. How could you not? I think I am going to add it to my list of super necessary mods, because letting MechJeb do interplanetary transfer calculations kind of sucks. Oh, hey, look at that. It's we're up for a Joule transfer. Oh, that's cool. I guess we're gonna have to send something to Joule. Man, cool. So, I guess we'll start prepping our Jewel mission soon. That's going to be kind of neat. Yeah, I guess we are at the tech where we could do it manned, but that's a huge endeavor. Alright. We're coming in, well, we're going to be way off and way high, but at least we'll be mostly polar already. Good. Alright. Stick our shoulder into the wind here. And yeah, that looks about right. Nope, there's the node. What am I doing? Come on. And now that we're in this SOI, we'll go ahead and gather up a little bit of this free science. Oh, looks like, yeah, that we had one of those on our initial landing here. The footage not found files, the 404s. I'm so witty. Alright, so I'm just gonna pump a little bit of fuel around just to make sure everybody's got enough to get where they're going and make all the stops they want, such and such. Alright, now the goal here is to put one satellite in low orbit and one satellite in high orbit. So soon here we're going to have to negate this burn and separate the two. And I guess I need to decide where I want them to go, which one I want where. Alright, we should probably stabilize out some of this before we separate them. Yeah, that's good. Alright, separation. Now the other trick here is going to be make sure that they arrive to where they're supposed to be making their orbit insertion burn at different times. You know, we don't want one swinging past its Minmus at the same time as the other one, because then one of them's going to be off burn and it's going to be wicked not efficient, such and such, blah say blah. Yep, that looks good. About a 20 something at offset. Alright. And we'll just go ahead and name these appropriately. And this one, the 2 designation. Alright. Establish a node. Yeah. Alright. Just to make sure. Alright. Start booting it up. Start to get some of these mappy things going. And time warp. Do. Yeah, it was a little off, but alright. Not a big deal. Not like this is rocket science. We don't gotta be exacting here down to the T's of a second. And really, the goal here is to put this in stable orbit. Not that hard. Man, it's hard keeping this thing pointed in the right direction. And that's kind of upsetting. One of these days I'm going to build an actually stable mapping satellite. One of these days. Well, you know, I guess a good time to try to do that would be for the Jewel mission. I could just send a big 6-pack of probes out there and try to map or crash into everything. It's a good mission. But now that I have Kerbal Alarm Clock, I don't feel the need to do just one mission where I time warp for like years and years. Yeah, and it's doing a thing where it won't let me switch to another vessel in the map mode. So we're going to do it through our tracking station. Yeah. That's only a slightly inconvenient bug, but whatever. It is, in fact, inconvenient, but not a very big deal, I suppose. Alright, that looks like a pretty good orbit. And fire up our little engine here. And all the while struggling very much to keep it pointing in the correct direction. Which means that, yeah, well, I mean, the node estimations are always off, because they always assume that you're impacting that change of delta V at the exact second of the node. And so it's always going to be a little off, yeah. But, hey, it's good enough. Not perfectly circular, but alright. But we'll boot this little guy up and let him taking a couple of measurements. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Not a big deal. Sorry, little guy, you're not coming home.